Hello, everyone, and welcome to the recap. In the recap, we're going to go over, this is episode 9, we're going to go over what happened last game. And a lot happened to the party. A lot of the party members are missing. They are somehow in this dream state. They are in Alexander's mind. He is one of the characters with a very unique past. So everyone of all the characters are swarming in his mind. He is envisioning a maze, a structure that's massive, and Alexander is experiencing a lot of difficulties, and the other party members are literally being sucked into his mind. Now, how did that happen? It's a mystery. But from now on, the characters, the players, they're going to experience a whole bunch of different moments, and they're going to have a lot of fun from this point and on, just to see what happens to their characters, how they move. Oh, and by the way, I just want to say that I am so glad I figured out the chat. For a couple episodes, I had a chat issue with streaming, but now it's fixed. I'm so glad. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. To continue on, the party, they were transfixed on this cross. The mission, find 11 items. And the first piece of that mission is to find this mysterious cross. They don't know exactly what the cross does, but they went on a mission anyways. Confused heroes, they decided, well, we're going to go ahead as a group to embark on this adventure and figure out what these 11 items have to do with the story, with everything. I'm not going to divulge any of those connections, but I'm giving you guys a little bit of that connection, just a little bit. It has a lot to do with the main story arc. The players find these items, and once they have all the items, they have to go under certain trials. They found the first item, the cross. They met this dwarf, Norget, and Norget told them, hey, look, you have the item, but you're not done yet. You have to be ready. And they were confused and they said, ready for what? We have the item, throw it in your pouch, let's go. No, they have to embark on some form of trial. They don't know how to activate it. They have to figure out what to do. The item is a beautiful cross. The picture you're seeing on the screen is Norget. Bushy beard, clothes, he's a blacksmith. He's one of the best blacksmiths in the realm of the meaningless. How do you get to where he's at? His story is somewhat convoluted, so we're gonna leave him in the role playing for tomorrow, because tomorrow we have the game and I'm not gonna get into those things. But I will tell you, this blacksmith knows a lot, and they're picking and prodding last game, and they did. They found out a lot. They said, look, we got the cross, we have to do this trial, but the mysterious thing is the party are disappearing. Now, everything is happening in the mind of Alexander. What does that have to do with anything? Something is going on. Alexander, a couple games ago, went to below the deck of the airship and gazed at the wall and started murmuring things. People are trying to understand what he's saying, the party members. Some of them came up to him and they got enough, but it wasn't enough to solve that mystery. So they embarked on this mission, and they realized, wait a second, we were going on a mission looking for the cross, and all of a sudden we are in this dungeon in the mind of Alexander, but Alexander was with them. He was helping them out. So there's a lot of mystery there. What will happen from that point on, we'll see. Mavic, played by George Christopher, Brazil, played by Andrew, Alexander, Christian, Edward, played by Eli. And then Eliza, played by Kylene, and Jaros, played by AJ. AJ, or Jaros, and Eliza both disappeared 2 episodes ago. They were with the party, and they disappeared. Re-emerging, Mavic and Edward. They appeared in place of Jaros and Eliza. Where did Jaros and Eliza go? Where do they go? Who do they meet? What happened to them? Those are mysteries that the players have to figure out themselves. But my recaps are, I'm not going to give everybody 100% what's going on, but I will tell you that in the game, last game, they went on, they found the blacksmith, they found the cross, and of course, they found this creature. Everyone knows in the D&D world, and I will tell you, it's a creature, a very dangerous creature of legend called Tarrasque. They fought it, or tried to. They realized that something's going on, something's not right. Edward was getting nailed pretty hard by the creature. And everyone who knows that Tarrasque is deadly. It's a predator, and it will kill you. They fought it, and they realized it was an illusion by the Kitsune. His name is Evandor. And Evandor, the Kitsune, he played this illusion on them. So now you have a Kitsune, a god, playing with this group. Why? Why is all this happening? Then they meet this warrior, Irina. Irina is a young lady who has a sword, chainmail armor, doesn't know much about fighting, but yet she has all this equipment, and she draws her sword, and she tries to fight, but she doesn't do very well. And she is joining the party. But something happened. When they fought the Tarrasque came up and swallowed her. And that was it. Did she die? Only time will tell. But the Kitsune is part of the situation. The group found treasure. They had this chest. The chest can only be opened by a certain individual. And everyone tried the chest. And this chest was found in the blacksmith's location, his home. Or maybe his cell. He was found, the chest was there, it was open, and the sword came out. And the only one that opened the chest correctly, and it was allowed the chest to open mystically, was Mavic. This massive sword came out. Everyone calls it the dragon sword. What does it do? Unknown. At least to this party. The dragon sword was pulled out of the chest. Beautiful sword, an ivory hilt. You can see a reflection on the blade, inscriptions on the blade itself. They pulled the sword out, or Mavic did. So now you have the sword that's with the party. They have the cross. Now remember, is this a sword? Because it's part of the items they have to look for. Is this the sword that they're looking for? That's the question that will probably come up tomorrow night. Now, when they found the cross, they realized it was just a wooden cross. There was nothing, it's beautiful. The craftsmanship was ornate, it was beautiful, but there is nothing special from this cross. But the dwarf, Norget, told them that, hey, you must embark on the trial. Norget can't go, but they have to go. And once they enact the trial, then whatever it is, if they succeed, then that cross will be theirs. That's part of the mystical properties of this item. Not only do they have to find a cross, they have to find a crystal ball, mithril armor, an eye of a fiend, a vampire, a stake, to name some. Items that spread out throughout the realm, and they have one. What's the importance of this item? What's the importance of it? Alexander, Edward the Cleric, Mavic the Gunslinger, Rizil the Monk, they all question this item. They question things. They question the mission in itself. But the dwarf clarified things a bit. And hopefully the group can move forward. Why did the Kitsune, the trickster, why was there an illusion of a Tarrasque? A dangerous creature. It could have been anything else. It could have been a T-Rex. It could have been, heck, it could have been a dragon. A dragon is dangerous, but the Tarrasque is very unique and very deadly. But yet it was there. And it was an illusion. It was so real that one party member almost died, or he was very low on hit points. Edward was very happy from the Tarrasque. The Tarrasque did its thing, and everybody knows that a Tarrasque is deadly. But why did the Kitsune do these things? Why was there an illusion? That's the question they have to answer themselves. As they move forward, Irina, the young warrior, the female warrior, tells them, hey, I'm adventuring. She's kind of scared. She left her things, her backpack, somewhere in the dungeon. So they kind of have a taking to her. She joined the party for a moment until they fought with Tarrasque. Did she die? Is she alive? Is she in the belly of this beast? But the beast was an illusion. What happened? We're gonna address those things tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central. Now, Rizil in Tellurian City, this is his city, his territory. Underwater, just so I could reiterate, their airship is sentient. The airship, his name is Reno. It speaks. And not only can it go underwater, it could fly as well. And normally, when it's above water and it sits on the water and it uses its sail to move, it's sleeping or resting or so forth. Reno is sentient and somehow connected to Rizil. Those mysteries will be addressed at a later time, and we'll find out what happens next. Mavic the gunslinger has a musket that can make him go from one point in time to another. How does it work? It works sometimes, it works other times. We will see. We'll see what happens with him. Edward is a cleric, and he worked for the organization called the Order of the Light. Who is the Order of the Light? What is it? It's a very devious, and if you've been watching, it's a very devious organization. They pose as good people, good races, working together to make the Minulus a better world. But is it? No. They have something sinister behind the smile, behind everything that they give people. What is important? What is important? That's what Edward has to realize. Those are the questions he has to ask himself. What is important? Because Edward, the cleric, he goes on. He joined the party and said there's bigger things, better things to do. The Order of the Light is shady. Edward knew it. So he joined this party. Well, let's move on with Alexander. What's happening with him? I just told you that he was on the lower deck of the ship. He was staring at the wall, and somehow these images came in mind. And what he saw was a dungeon. And then he realized, hey Dilo, he realized that people are around him. His other players, his other party members, they were around him. They are a part of this as much as he is. So what does that tell you about Alexander? He's a hero. I love you too. I love you too, Dilo. Thank you for watching, bro. My comments are working. Awesome. Thank you. I'm excited. I am so excited. You don't know how worried I was about that. Anyways, that's all I have for you tonight for the recap. I don't want to get into deeper philosophical situations that happened in last game, but I will tell you this. Subscribe, like, get the word out. I love you all. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for people who like it, watch my stuff, get the word out. You know, I'm growing and I want to continue to grow, and I have fun doing this. I love doing this. So I have good content for you all. So just hit the subscribe, let people know, and I'll see you for DM Talk coming up in about 10 minutes or so. Good night.